Hi, so you've been invited to a Zoom meeting. There's 20 or more people, and you need to know how to behave and have the best possible time with maximum engagement. Let's have a look. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world today. I guess we've all been to Zoom meetings with 2 or 3 people, but when you get to 15 or 20, it can be a little bit unmanageable if we don't know what we're doing and the right tools to use. So the first thing when you're in the meeting, click on View, click on Gallery, and you'll be able to see everyone who's attending there. However, can you imagine what it would be like if everyone entered the meeting and their microphone was on and you could hear all conversations from 25 people all at the same time? So how do we combat that to have a really effective meeting? Let's have a look. When you join the meeting, you need to make sure that your microphone is turned off and no one can hear you. So how do you do that? Well, let's take a look at the Zoom panel, and I want you to have a look at the far left-hand side. It's this button here. This is the one that says mute, and there's a picture of a microphone. I'll make it a little bit bigger. There we are. Now, with a red line across it, that means you're not broadcasting and no one can hear you. When you want to speak, what you need to do is click on that button with your mouse, and then the red line will disappear and you get this icon over here. Again, you can toggle this backwards and forwards. You turn it off when you don't want to speak, and then you turn it on when you do want to speak. The next question then is engagement. How do we really get engaged and make the most of this meeting? Well, there are 2 ways to make the most of this opportunity for you. Let's do the simple and easy one first. So you want to get involved. You want to ask a question, maybe it's a general one. The easy answer is to send a message. Now, you can send a message to anyone in the group individually, or you can send it to the group as a whole. You can send it to everyone. So how do we do that? This is nice and easy one. On the toolbar here, you'll see a button marked chat. There's the button for chat. There it is, nice and big. You can click on that and it will ask you, who do you want to send it to? And you have the options of anyone in the meeting or everyone. What I recommend, if you have a question for the host, I recommend you send that question to everyone, not just the host, so everyone can see that, because they might think, oh yeah, I'm interested in that too. The second option, this is probably the one I like most. Well, it is the one I like most, because we like to get involved. Otherwise, we just get bored. So if you want to physically speak, if you're in a normal meeting, you put up your hand. Please, sir, I have a question. But in a virtual meeting, we do that virtually. So how do we do that, and how do we manage the process? Let's have a look. So let's bring up the toolbar again. To raise your hand to ask a question, what we're looking at here is this button here that says reactions. Now, there are a number of things that happen from this reaction button, but we only really want to focus on raising your hand. So when you press the reaction button, this menu comes up, and I want you to pay attention to this one, the one that says raise hand. When you raise your hand and ask a question, a hand will appear in your video meeting square, and this button will change to lower hand. That means when you press raise hand, it will stay up there until you press lower hand. So now you've raised your hand, the host has seen it, you've been invited to speak. What do? There's 2 things. First of all, you click on lower hand. That will lower your hand, then no one can hear you. So what you have to remember is to click on unmute. So click on the microphone, the host will be able to hear you, and your hand is lowered. And that's it. It really is as simple as that. So now you've got all the tools in place to have a highly engaging meeting, and I wish you all the success in the world. Get engaged and enjoy.